So, Spirit moved me in ways I needed to be moved at this moment. So, I'm reading The Lost Art of Enochian Magic by John D. Salvo, PhD. But see, listen, Salvo, Salvo, you know? See? Anyways, so I'm going through this book. It's very sad to share this message with her. So I'm going to share this message. So, what the angels told thee, and we're talking about Dr. D, what he'll understand. We know that the angels told Dr. John D that the information they were conveying to him was the information on magical workings that God had previously given to the famous Enoch of the Bible. The Bible says that Enoch never died, but was taken up to heaven by God. When Enoch had lived 65 years, he fathered Methuselah. Enoch walked with God after he fathered Methuselah 300 years and had other sons and daughters. Thus, all the days of Enoch were 300, stay with me, 60, wait for it, 5 years. That's what I meant to say. And so, 365 years. Oh, God, Spirit just started throwing the messages at me at this moment. Bam. Okay, if you at least know there's 365 days in a calendar year. Okay, we know that. 366 on a leap year. Why? Because the months are actually shortened. That's why they have 30, 31, 28, 29 days. Because all these months are equal and all these months are divine. But we are missing a month in a calendar year. That's why every year is 365 days. That's why it takes 365 days to travel around the sun. Because as within, so is below. So as above, so is below. So what happens above also happens below. What happens within happens without. It's all a balance. The universe is a divine balance of love and working divine artists and illustrations of beauty and magic and wonder and an intoxicating aroma of bliss and gifts and prosperity. And it's like all there for you. And it's like, it's all there for you. All you gotta do is reach out and grab it. Or you gotta open your eyes and open it. Because 3D world, it ain't it. This is where it's at. I'm telling you. Enoch walked with God, and he was not, for God took him. Now this is Genesis 5:21 through 24. So Enoch is an original from the original book of Genesis. But Enoch had his own book. That's how I stumbled upon this book. Open your third eye. Balance your third eye chakra, because baby, got me in check. Got me on point. I've been doing this work for years. This was not an overnight journey. My whole life was made for these divine moments, for these divine interactions, for these divine counterparts. Pay attention. The angels told Dean that this language was also the language that Adam and Eve had been given by the angels. This would have been the original language of humankind, which named everything by its true name or essence. As we have learned to know the true name of something was to give one power over it. Given this, we can understand, thank you, Spirit, I will, why Dee was so excited about learning this original language. The angels told Dee the story of the fallen or wicked angels, and how they came to earth and gave humans evil or black magic. The angels related to D and Kelly that this type of magic should never be used by them. They concluded by telling D that he would be the messenger or revealer of the lost knowledge of Enoch. In a sense, he would be second Enoch. Hey! I feel you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Third Enoch. Okay. The following are some excerpts of the angelic communication regarding Enoch and D's role. The Lord appeared unto Enoch and was merciful unto him, opened his eyes that he might see and judge the earth, which we unknown unto his parents, by reason of their fall. For the Lord said, Let shew unto Enoch the youth of the earth, and lo, Enoch was wise and full of the spirit of wisdom. And after 50 days Enoch had written, and this was the title of his book. Let those that fear God and are worthy read. But, behold, the people waxed wicked and became unrighteous, and the Spirit of the Lord was far off and gone away from them, so that those that were unworthy began to read. And the kings of the earth said thus against the Lord, What is it that we cannot do? Or who is he that can resist us? And the Lord was vexed, and he sent in amongst them 150 lions and spirits of wickedness and error and deceit. And they appeared unto them, for the Lord had put them between those that are wicked and his good angels. And they began to counterfeit the doings of God and his power. For they had power given them so to do, so that the memory of Enoch washed away. And the spirit of error began to teach them doctrines, which from time to time until this age and until this day, Spirit come through, had spread abroad into all parts of the world, and is the skill and cunning of the wicked. Now, don't get me preaching up in here, Spirit. I'm going in. First of all, did you just hear that, or did I need to run it back on a replay? You can do that yourself. Listen. What we're going through today, the things that we see today in the world, the things that we hear and see on TV and just everywhere. There's the way of the wicked. They was taught, hey, life is, we don't know. And what the fuck is it? And I'm going on an acid trip, man. I'm going to figure it out. Because why? Because they don't know. They didn't know. They were young. Well, no. The ones that came and spread this doctrine and made these evils and put these things upon the earth so they can plant these seeds so they can grow like thorny weeds, ripping off the backs of children and men, siphoning the money, the blood, the flesh, the tears, the teeth, the guts, the brain, the hair, everything from head to toe. What is human is not known as divine. But everything that is divine is human. Because human is Hu, aura, spirit. It is all around us. We do not have a soul. We are the soul. Step into your whole. Your life will unfold. Spirit, get me wrong sometimes. Unfold, you know it. I'm just saying. Listen, it's there. The universe is there for you. It's for your benefit. It's for your greatest good. It's for everything that you need to know in life. Because you know what? Peace and love, abundance, prosperity, it's all around you. But you're taught all we have is a 3D. All we need to worry about is our relationships and working and getting a good job and making sure that we can do this and do that. Like, oh my God, like I want to go have fun. I'm going to go watch this movie. And sometimes these movies have like messages for me, or sometimes these movies are just pieces of garbage that teach me the same rhetoric that I've been taught my entire life, with some universal divinely timed messages. Things, the veil has been lifted, okay? You know things are not what they seem. You know things are different. You know things are not exactly where you put these things. Like, you set things on a shelf. That's what Spirit's trying to tell me. You set things on a shelf, like like a book, for example. You set them on the shelf, and you put them there, but then when you go back, it's a block of cheese, and it's rotting, and it's molded, and it's starting to smell, and you're like, what the fuck? I thought this was a book. And then next to it, where you placed your clock, radio, X-Men, whatever, but whatever you kids use these days, whatever. Wherever you, okay, so next to it, let's say you placed an ornament, something like this, of significant value to you, where you thought it was pretty awesome. You probably paid a pretty penny for it. Like, let's say it was a Fabergé egg, something that's like, ooh, jewels and expensive and la la la, you know, glitz and glamour. Okay, so if you think about it like that, Spirit come through, and you come back to it, and it's like, let's be graphic. It's a dead cat head with the jaw ripped completely off of it, like, and it's thinking, and there's magic calling out spirits and the eyes and the flies. Don't get me started on the flies. Surprise. I'm just saying, like, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, I paid a lot of money for this Fabergé egg. And how did it turn to this dead, rotting flesh that's, like, smelling up the place, that's stinking up the room, that's killing my vibe, that's causing me to be in disharmony. I have emotions of pain, sorrow, grief, and confusion. Lots and lots of confusion. Okay? Why confusion? No. On the brain. Anyway. Don't let this world confuse you. Like, don't be so drawn in. Now, of course, you deserve abundance. But don't let anybody define your way of abundance. If abundance to you, Spirit said, if abundance to you is, I'm going to add to the gratitude, but if abundance to you is strictly material, that's fine. If it's all strictly material, they'll stay away. Abundance is love. Abundance is peace. Abundance is prosperity. And when you have one, you have the other. There is no lack. There is nothing that's holding you back. Because where you fall, your spirit picks up the slack. Like where you like, sometimes it's like your life is like Avatar. Spirit has been telling me for years, since I started doing like Tai Chi meditation and stuff. Spirit has told me I'm the Avatar. When I face north, I can, I can fire bend, and when I face west, I can earth bend, and when I face south, I can water bend, and when I face east, I'm an air bender. So I can control all of the elements. And that's why I keep the elements around me, earth, wind, fire, water. I keep the elements and the abundance around me because for this reason, I am divine. So if I'm the avatar, that means I have just opened my mind up to be the avatar. So like it's the same thing. Like if you haven't watched Avatar, if you haven't watched Avatar Aang, Avatar Korra, even James Cameron Avatar, because it was okay. Like it really like gave some messages. But Avatar, the cartoon, watched every single episode, soaked in all of it, meditated on it. Came through, Spirit came through with those cartoons. That was a way, because those cartoons, baby, I'm going to tell you, they got so much truth in. I'll anime period. Anime be teaching you some stuff, just so you know. Okay, so that's what I was saying. I'm so serious. I'm grateful. So, those cartoons taught me a lot about being who I am and what the spirit world is like. And it's just like, yeah. And I went through my journey where I had to watch it in harmonic convergence. When you get to that episode, you know, harmonic convergence. When that, I stumbled upon an episode when there was a harmonic convergence. That's how I knew it was divinely timed. It was divinely timed for me to watch that. But, so this is divinely timed for you to watch this because sometimes you gotta take the back seat. Like, you know how, like, Avatar, he, like, goes within, and he's like, and that avatar, like from ancestors, they like come out and do the work that they know how to do, and he just takes the back seat and he's like, oh wow, that's cool, look at that. That's how spirit comes through, and that's why I be sitting here like, yes, come through spirit, I'm grateful, because I'm in the back, I'm like cheering spirit on, because I'm like, oh yes, that's me, you know, that's me, that's higher me, that's big me, I'm little me, but that's big me. This big energy, I'm infinite energy, but I'm energy. You know what I mean? So listen when I speak and speak when you have taken it all in. Like rewind it back as many times as you need to because spirit comes through. And I'm always grateful. I'm always thankful. I always have an attitude of gratitude. If you woke up tomorrow, if you woke up tomorrow. Excuse me. If you woke up tomorrow, you would never, I don't know. Like, if you woke up tomorrow with everything that you were grateful for today, what would you have tomorrow? You better start being grateful. Because tomorrow's almost here, baby. When I wake up in the morning, first of all, I'm grateful for the soul, because today I will live as a soul, think as a soul, speak as a soul. I go with the soul, go with the flow. Not only do I go with the flow, I make sure I didn't shop for the because I heard it. Okay, well, I have to go, apparently, but I will be back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm storing divine feminine, divine masculine, divine people, divine timing, divine. Peace and love.